Setup Guide for Cookie Consent. Welcome to Seers. Today we're going to learn how to set cookie consent. Firstly, go to Google and type seersgo.com. From this page, click on Login. You will add your email and password here provided by Seers, then sign in. From the product, click on Cookie Consent. Now you have entered in Consent Management Platform. Firstly, we have Domain. You can add your domain from this button by clicking on it. You will see the options: domain name, scan frequency. You can choose the option which one suits you and the email, then click on Save, and your domain will be added, and it will be under Scan. If we looked at the right side, here we have some options. Firstly, we have Compliant Badge. Right here it is showing the cross sign, which shows this domain is non-compliant, because banner is not integrated yet. Next we have Scan button. It is showing scanning status here, your domain, email and date, and when your next scan will be. It is showing 100% status because it is already scanned. If you will add the new domain, it will be under Scan and show the progress. Then we have this option. It is showing report details. You can see the report by clicking on this icon. It will show you the report. Next we have this option. You can send the report to your email directly. Next we have Edit Basics. You can edit your scan frequency and email if you want to, and then click on Save Changes. And if you wish to delete this domain, click on this button. Next click on the domain and go to second step, which is Get Code. Here you have scripts. You have two options. You can integrate it manually or with plugin. For manual integration, scroll down and you will see Cookie Consent Banner Script here. This is Cookie Consent Banner Script. You can copy it from here and paste it in your website's HTML head tag before other scripts. And if you are using Do Not Sell banner, you will click on this button to copy the script and paste it in your website's footer. Next we have Manual Code for GTM. Here you will find step-by-step guidance to help you with installation. If we click on Plugin Installation option, you will have different options of plugin here. Each plugin has its own steps according to their interface. Now we will move towards step 3, which is Customize. It has further different tabs. We'll explore them one by one. Firstly, we have Reports, which has option of Scan Report. It will show you the details of report and the cookie available on your website. Then we have Consent Logs. It will show you the consent of your website. Next, we will move towards the Preferences tab. It will show you firstly the cookie banner toggle. You need to turn it on to show the cookie banner on your website. If you want to include subdomains, turn on this toggle. Next, we have Cookie Policy and Declaration URL. You need to add the cookie policy link here. Next is Block Vendor Cookies and Tracking Technologies. If we turn on this toggle, then we have two options: Auto Block Vendors and Manually Block Vendors. You can choose the option which one suits you. Here we have the section of Frameworks, which includes different type of frameworks. Firstly, we have Google Consent Mode v2, Global Privacy Control, Do Not Sell CPRA, Do No Track, IAB TCF v2, Facebook Consent Mode, Child Privacy. If you turn on the Child Privacy toggle, it will give you the option to add the minimum age. Next we have Consent Logs. Turn on this toggle if you want to maintain the consent of your users. Next is Language Auto-Regional Detection. If you turn on this toggle, it will automatically detect the language according to the region. But if you want to turn this off, you can set the default language. Here we have English UK, but clicking on it, you will see 28 different languages. You can choose which one you want. Here we have the consent type. You can choose generalized and specific. For specific, you will have these categories. You can turn on which one you want to stay on while getting the consent. Next, we have to set the consent frequency, how many times you want to take the consent. You can set daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly, whichever you want. Then we will move towards the next tab, which is Visuals. Here we have different options. You can choose the banner colors, which is light, dark, and if you want to customize, click on it, and it will take you down here. You can select the boxes and change the color which one you want. If you move upwards, here we have display styles of banner. you can choose banner style, modal, and tooltip. You can click on preview and it will show you how your banner will look. You can also set the position, top left, top right, and bottom right. Now we have layouts. Your banner will show like this, or you can choose the other one, which will be like this. Next we have regulation configurations. We have GDPR and do not sell. You can choose which one you want. If we stay at GDPR, then we have options like reject button, show badge. If we turn this on, it will allow users to change their consent. Next we have cookie details. Turn this one if you want to show the cookie details on your banner. Show powered by Seers. You can turn it on and off according to the requirements. Next is fonts. We have different types of fonts and sizes. Next we have to select the buttons. You can choose default, flat, rounded, or you can choose stroke. Next we have the option of logo. You can add your own logo or choose the default one. Save the change and move towards the next tab. Next is banner content. Here we can see English UK is already added. If we click on plus icon, you will have the option to add the new language. We have different options available here. You can use which one you want. If I add this and click on add language, the language will be added. If we click on this, it will show you content in that language. And on the right side we have GDPR and do not sell toggle. If the toggle is on GDPR side, you can edit the GDPR banner content. You can choose which type of content you want on I disagree button, I agree button, preferences title, and choose first layout and second layout. Here you can also add the description of cookies, necessary cookies, preference, and even change their names. For example, if we want it just necessary, a save it from here, and then we click on preview, it will show us just necessary. And at last we have this option of add new category. You can add new category of cookies. For example, if we add Seers and click on save changes and then click on preview, you will see the new added category here. If we turn the toggle towards do not sell banner, then you can edit the banner content of do not sell and save the changes. Next tab is tracking manager. It has two options, vendor manager and cookie manager. Firstly, we have vendor manager. You can manually block the vendors. You can turn on this toggle to block the vendor. You can change the category. You can edit the actions and you can delete it. Here we have the option of add new vendor by adding the title, category, source, and type. Then click on save and your new vendor will be added. For auto block vendors, you have the option in preferences and this will automatically block the vendors. Next, we have the cookie manager. If we click on it, it will show you the discovered cookies. You can change the category and add the description here and click on update cookie. Or you can add your self-declared cookies by adding the details on it. Then click on add cookie. Your cookie will be added. Next is policy. Here is the cookie policy generator. It's an AI tool. You just have to answer the questions and click on next. At the end, it will generate the cookie policy, which you can add on your banner. Next we have by region, which has regional detection. Turn it on and you will see options of different region, opt-in/opt-out/GDPR banners, do not sell/CPRA. Both banners, none, and prior consent. Here you have regional settings. Right now it is set on manually. You can choose where you want banner and where you don't want to show. Next we have do not sell. If we click on it, it will show the do not sell banner to the respective regions. And if we choose UK, EU/USA, then it will show the banner in regions where GDPR/opt-in/opt-out are applicable. That's it. If you have any other queries and questions, please contact us on www.support@csgo.com.